by now I'm trusting that if you're watching this video, you've seen Spider-Man Homecoming. Hopefully. Probably. I don't know why you would click this if you haven't, but okay, let's get into it. Spoilers, obviously. So anyways, we know Donald Glover originally wanted to play Spider-Man. Unfortunately, that didn't go his way in the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, and by the time they got around to Spider-Man Homecoming, he's already been booked up with tons of other work, and they were going in a completely different, much younger direction. Now, of course, at one point, he also wanted to play Miles Morales, but we know that now he's way too old for that, so the best thing they could do was make Donald Aaron Davis, who happens to be the uncle of Miles Morales. Now, this is very apparent in, Spider-Man Homecoming, considering he even mentions he has a nephew out there, and a lot of people have speculated this is them future-proofing for that inevitable moment somewhere down the road. Now, of course, in the comics, Aaron Davis is also the Prowler, and we definitely see them hint towards that in Homecoming when he says he's more into like climbing and stuff, so this makes a lot of sense. Now The Hollywood Reporter is saying that Glover is definitely not ruling out a future in the Spider-Man universe. And they reveal that John Watts specifically reached out to Glover for this role because they had some ideas of how to handle it down the road. Now here's exactly what they had to say regarding this. In fact, it was Homecoming director John Watts who approached Glover. No longer age appropriate to play the part of Spidey, but to play a small but meaningful role, which could prove more significant if the studio decides to greenlight a rumored spin-off about Miles Morales, the nephew of Glover's character. If you don't do the part, Watts told Glover before Homecoming, we aren't going to include it. So yeah, it seems like Donald Glover was pretty much the deciding factor on then actually using Aaron Davis, because obviously he had a connection to Miles Morales that he wanted to play with. But like I said, since he's a little too old, they're gonna do the other route. And still, there is heavy rumors out there, and it's, I think, becoming quite apparent that Miles Morales is inevitably going to be the Spider-Man in the MCU. It's just a matter of time, and probably a decade or maybe another 15 years before that happens, but it's definitely going to happen. This is just future-proofing. So I honestly can't wait to see how they handle this, and I'm glad they put Aaron Davis in there, because I think that's a great character, and I like the Ultimate's Prowler, so that's another cool addition into the MCU.